Hold on, let me just Google how to fight a giant panda.
Now you may be watching this live on Facebook Live or by Twitter Periscope, which leads to the question, what really is live?
Hey Jim, obviously we didn't just magically appear here. That wasn't live, but we're here to talk about Facebook Live. Why does it matter if it's live or not?
Well, what we're really getting into is the concept of simulated live. The whole idea is it doesn't actually have to be live. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of reasons why you don't want it to be live, because you can do things with production values, you can add sort of images along the bottom of the screen, you can put logos up top, and you can do things to actually make it better. And so there's a real tension between immediacy and quality that really has to be resolved in all of these live broadcasts.
Do we know whether or not it gets treated any differently in your Facebook feed?
Well, we don't know that yet, right? Facebook, Twitter, they have their own platforms, and they're working through the algorithms and trying to decide what preference and priority. Right now, we do know that if you film something live, it does get a tremendous amount of reach. So if you're watching this live right now on Facebook or in Twitter, the odds are pretty good. That's because Facebook and Twitter have given it prominence and made it show up in your newsfeed. And that's what's encouraging so many people to want to experiment with these live broadcasts. Is it's a great way to tell stories, express things in a very multi-dimensional way that you get with video. It's also a great way to get people to watch, which, that's the ultimate goal of creating any broadcast. If nobody's watching, it doesn't matter.
But we found when we do these videos, only a handful happen to know we're live at this moment. Yeah. The reward, if you like, comes in afterwards watching the recorded. So it's sort of almost like an oxymoron, because the live portion doesn't get the most views, but the replays get the majority of the views.
That's exactly right. And I'm going to give you an example, a classic example, Chewbacca Mom. I don't know how many Facebook friends she has. Let's say it's typical and she has maybe 250, 300 Facebook friends. That probably means maybe 5 or 10 people actually saw that live.
Right.
Now there are tens of millions of people who have seen it. So 99.99999% of the video views come after the event was live.
Right.
Which then sort of says if for all practical purposes, almost 100% of your video views come during a period when it's not live, well then what does live really matter? Why does it have to be live? And if you're watching this and you find the content interesting, whether it happens to be actually live when we filmed it, or 2 hours, 4 hours, or 3 days later, what really matters?
At some point, simulated live is going to become more and more like Hollywood/studio. It's becoming more sophisticated. I think that's going to continue, don't you?
People want quality. People expect a high production value. And yes, cameras have come a long way. It's amazing what you can do with video and with an iPhone these days. And so I think you're going to see a whole lot of people, us included, continuing to use simulated live as an element of their live broadcasts.